Welcome to PH Insight. Know the force behind the flag. Whether it's warships, fighter jets, or the next big defense move if it matters to Philippine security, it's here. The Philippine Air Force has once again put its F-50 Fighting Eagles in the spotlight, with reports confirming a new order for 12 more aircraft from Korea Aerospace Industries. The acquisition will boost the Philippine Air Force's fleet beyond the 12 F-50PHs it already operates, solidifying the aircraft's role as the backbone of the country's tactical air power. But beyond the simple numbers, this development has triggered a wave of speculation. Could the Philippines be the first to acquire the elusive F-50 single-seat variant? And have the F-50PHs quietly received upgrades that bring them closer to modern multi-role fighters? When the first F-50PHs arrived in 2015, they were hailed as the Philippine Air Force's first supersonic jets in over a decade. After the retirement of the F-5AB Freedom fighters in 2005, the Philippine Air Force was left without a fast jet capability, a gap that left Philippine skies largely undefended. The F-50 changed that narrative. Originally derived from the T-50 Golden Eagle advanced trainer, the F-50 evolved into a light combat aircraft capable of air-to-ground strikes, air policing, and limited air-to-air combat. For the Philippines, it offered a balance of affordability, reliability, and capability. The jets quickly proved their worth. In the 2017 Battle of Marawi, F-50s conducted precision bombing missions against militant strongholds, demonstrating their ability to support ground forces in a sustained urban conflict. Despite their limitations, the aircraft became the spearhead of Philippine air operations, conducting patrols over the West Philippine Sea and providing a visible deterrent presence. Fast forward to today, and Manila's decision to procure 12 more F-50s reflects both strategic necessity and practical choice. While the Philippines continues to weigh its options for a true multi-role fighter acquisition with the F-16V Block 70-72 and Saab JAS-39 Gripen in contention, budgetary and political hurdles have slowed progress. In the meantime, expanding the F-50 fleet allows the Air Force to maintain credible air coverage, train more pilots on a common platform, and increase sortie rates without waiting for the long procurement cycles of more expensive fighters. Yet the intrigue lies in the details. Defense circles are abuzz with the possibility that this order could involve the F-50 single-seat variant, a rare configuration that has never before been exported. So what makes the F-50 different? At its core, the F-50 replaces the two-seat F-50's rear cockpit with an additional internal fuel tank. This seemingly simple change significantly extends the aircraft's operational range, a critical improvement for a country like the Philippines, where airspace and maritime patrols stretch across thousands of kilometers. For the Philippine Air Force, range has always been a sore point. The F-50s can operate effectively over Luzon and nearby seas but require careful planning for extended patrols in the West Philippine Sea or long-distance deployments to Mindanao and Palawan. Unlike larger fighters with aerial refueling capability, the F-50's endurance has been limited. By adopting the F-50, the Philippine Air Force could gain a more versatile aircraft capable of conducting longer-duration air patrols, providing greater deterrence in contested maritime zones, and reducing the logistical strain of constant refueling and base hopping. In short, the F-50 would push the boundaries of what the Philippine Air Force's light fighter fleet can achieve. Alongside the speculation about the F-50, another conversation is unfolding. Has the Philippine Air Force quietly upgraded its existing F-50PH fleet? Observers have noted potential signs of modernization, including reports of Philippine F-50s being seen with precision-guided munitions such as the GBU-12 Paveway 2 laser-guided bomb. Such integration would mark a significant leap in strike capability, moving beyond unguided bombs to precision air-to-ground operations. There are also discussions about the potential use of targeting pods, electronic warfare enhancements, and compatibility with beyond visual range (BVR) missiles. If true, these upgrades would address key shortcomings identified during past operations. For instance, during the Marawi siege, pilots often had to rely on conventional bombing techniques, limiting efficiency and increasing risks. If the Philippine Air Force has indeed invested in such upgrades even quietly, it would align with broader regional trends. Poland's F-50PL variant, for example, features aerial refueling, conformal fuel tanks, and NATO standard avionics. South Korea itself continues to evolve the platform, keeping it competitive as a cost-effective alternative to heavier fighters. The timing of this new acquisition cannot be ignored. The Philippines faces an increasingly tense security environment, with escalating incidents in the West Philippine Sea, including confrontations with Chinese vessels near Ionjin Shoal and Scarborough Shoal. At the same time, the modernization of regional air forces from Vietnam's Su-30s to Malaysia's planned acquisition of light combat aircraft underscores the need for the Philippines to keep pace. While Manila's long-term ambition remains the acquisition of multi-role fighters like the Gripen or F-16V, the F-50 provides an immediate solution. It is relatively affordable, already integrated into the Philippine Air Force's logistics and training systems, and combat-tested in Philippine conditions. Expanding the F-50 fleet also sends a signal of continuity and reliability. The Philippine Air Force is not waiting idly for modernization plans to materialize but is actively building capacity with proven assets. The Philippines is not alone in its reliance on the F-50. South Korea operates the type extensively, while countries like Thailand, Indonesia, Iraq, and Poland have placed their trust in the aircraft. Poland, in particular, has ordered 48 F-50PLs as part of its rapid military modernization program, making it the largest operator outside Korea. What sets the Philippine case apart, however, is the unique security environment of an archipelagic nation facing constant maritime challenges. For Manila, the F-50 is not just a trainer or light combat asset, it is the frontline guardian of Philippine airspace until heavier, more advanced fighters arrive. If the Philippines were to introduce the F-50 variant, it could set a precedent for other operators considering range and endurance improvements. In that sense, Manila might become the first to showcase the aircraft's expanded potential. The F-50 order, whether involving upgraded F-50PHs or the F-50 single-seat variant, represents more than just a numbers boost. It reflects a strategic calculation: build upon an existing platform, expand operational capacity, and buy time for the eventual arrival of more advanced multi-role fighters. But this raises another question: will the F-50 remain a stopgap, or will it evolve into a permanent cornerstone of the Philippine Air Force's force structure? With upgrades and potential variant diversification, it may well be both. For now, confirmation remains elusive. Neither Korea Aerospace Industries nor the Philippine Department of National Defense has disclosed whether the new aircraft will be standard F-50s, upgraded F-50PHs, or the F-50 variant. But what is certain is that the Fighting Eagle has become more than a light combat aircraft for the Philippines. It has become a symbol of the Philippine Air Force's resilience, adaptability, and determination to secure the nation's skies. As Manila awaits delivery of its new batch of F-50s, the speculation surrounding the F-50 variant and possible upgrades underscores a broader truth: the Philippine Air Force is in the midst of a transformation. By leveraging proven platforms and pushing for incremental improvements, the Philippine Air Force is not only strengthening its current capabilities but also laying the groundwork for a more robust, modern air power in the future. Whether or not the F-50